Hello everyone and welcome back. It's time for our second destination reader lesson. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's lesson. Today we are going to start reading the Minpins by Roald Dahl. You have some keywords in red. These are really important words that will help you with your learning today. There will be some questions for you to answer in blue, and just like yesterday, there will be time to do some writing as well. Before we begin, check that you have a copy of the story, a strategy prompt sheet, a pencil, a pen, and a piece of paper, or your home learning book. Press pause and go and collect those things, and then press play ready to start. Press pause now. Okay, let's get going. The Minpins by Roald Dahl. We are going to start today with strategy number 2, which is all about asking questions. I want to know, why do good readers ask questions? Have a think, and then say your answer out loud to yourself, to an adult, brother or sister, or your favourite cuddly toy. And then write your answer down. Why do good readers ask questions? Press pause and then press play when you've finished talking and writing. Press pause now. Well done, everyone. Good readers ask questions as they read because it helps them to understand what is happening in the story. Asking questions also keeps the reader interested and want to read more. Remember, when we ask questions in Destination Reader, it's a little strange as we don't give answers. So we're just making a list of lots and lots of questions. Are you ready? Vocabulary. So there are some words that are going to come up in our reading today that might be new and quite tricky. So I'm going to help you to understand them. We're going to do my turn, your turn. So I'm going to say the word and then you're going to repeat the word after me. Okay, let's begin. The first word is gazing. Your turn. My turn. Gazing. Your turn. Well done. Gazing means to fix the eyes in a steady, intent look. So in our story, you will see that little Billy was gazing out through the window. So he was staring out through the window and his eyes were fixated. So they were staring at one thing. Okay, our second word. The next word is longed. Your turn. My turn. Longed. Your turn. Well done. Longed means to feel a strong desire or a wish. So longed is when you really, really want something. Excellent. Our next word is explore. Explore. Fantastic. Explore is to go into or travel over for purposes of discovery or adventure. So our example in the story would be little Billy being able to explore the forest. He goes on an adventure. Fantastic. Our last word for today is recited. Recited. Well done. Recited means to repeat from memory or to read aloud before an audience. So it's when we memorize either a poem or a paragraph in your memory, and it stays in your memory, and then you can then say it back out loud in front of people by remembering it and repeating it. Brilliant. So we will see those words in our story today. Are you ready? Shall we start reading? Okay. Open up your books to page 5. Just like school, I will read and you will follow along. You can use your finger to follow along on the page, and just like at school, I'm going to stop at different points to ask questions. That's our strategy today. Are you ready? Fingers on the page, eyes ready to read, and listening carefully. Little Billy's mother was always telling him exactly what he was allowed to do and what he was not allowed to do. All the things he was allowed to do were boring. All the things he was not allowed to do were exciting. One of the things he was never allowed to do, the most exciting of them all, was to go out through the garden gate all by himself and explore the world beyond. Let's stop there. I've got some questions. How is little Billy feeling? And why does little Billy's mother tell him exactly what he was allowed and not allowed to do? Let's keep reading. Fingers on the page. On this sunny summer afternoon, little Billy was kneeling on a chair in the living room, gazing out through the window at the wonderful world beyond. His mother was in the kitchen doing the ironing, and although the door was open, she couldn't see him. Every now and again, his mother would call out to him, saying, "Little Billy, what are you up to in there?" Let's stop there. I've got some more questions. Why was little Billy not allowed to go out through the garden gate all by himself? And what is little Billy thinking when he is gazing out of the window? Let's keep reading. Fingers on the page. When you carry on reading, so before I start reading, when you carry on reading, sometimes your questions are being answered. So while I'm reading, have a think about, are your questions and my questions being answered? So now I've got a lot more questions. So let's continue reading. So we are now on to page 7. Okay, and we will start from there. Through the window, not so very far away, he could see the big black secret wood that was called the Forest of Sin. It was something he had always longed to explore. Okay, we're stopping here again. I have lots of questions. What does little Billy do every day? And why is little Billy awfully tired of being good? Say what you think about one of the questions. So what do you think? I want to know, what questions do you have? Have you got any questions about anything we've read so far? See if you can use a different question word. And see if you can think of 3 questions about what we've read. Ask your questions out loud and then write your questions down. Press play, ready to begin again. Press pause now. Well done. I wonder what questions you've come up with. Okay, let's keep reading. We are about to start reading from 3 lines down. Get your fingers ready. Here we go. His mother had told him that even grown-ups were frightened of going into the Forest of Sin. She recited a poem to him that was well known in the district. It went like this. Beware, beware the forest of sin. None come out, but many go in. Well done. We are going to stop there because I've got more questions. What I want you to do is to think of some of your own questions. So my questions are, when can little Billy be allowed to see the big secret wood? And how would little Billy be able to leave the house without his mother knowing? What I want you to do now is think of 3 of your own questions about what we've read so far. We've just read a poem. What do you think of that poem? Did you think of any questions to ask? Have a go at writing your own questions now. So ask your questions out loud and then write your questions down. Press play, ready to begin again. Press pause now. Fantastic. Okay, I will continue to read and you're going to stop when we are ready. Why don't they come out? Little Billy asked her. What happens to them in the wood? That wood, his mother said, is full of the most bloodthirsty wild beasts in the world. And we're going to stop there because now I've got more questions, everyone. My questions are, why were the grown-ups frightened of going into the forest of sin? And what does little Billy think of this poem? What I want you to do is to think of some of your own questions about the part we've just read. What questions do you have? Can you use different questions? Say your questions out loud and then write them down. Once you've finished, press play. Press pause now. So that was our final questions for today. Wow, that was exciting. Well done, everyone. I bet you've come up with lots and lots of questions. Tomorrow, we will continue reading the Minpins and we will carry on asking questions. Today, you could make a list of all the questions you have so far about what we've read. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow and have a lovely day.